Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Daily run today. Yesterday was the February 15th daily. Today's February 16th. According to GreedButt, I finished yesterday, rank 453, 2.52 percentile. Decent, but surely there was room to improve based on the fact that, you know, 2.5 out of every 100 people got a higher score. I imagine maybe they got a second AWAS rune or played the self-sacrifice room or something like that. Anyway, today's goes to all the way to the dark room, I think, as Azazel. Okay, so we'll see what's up with this. I don't really know right now, but to go to the dark room after a run in which you only went to Mom's Heart is kind of refreshing, because it means that we will not have to look for a seam. At least not a traditional seam where we're looking for, like, you know, a self-sacrifice room at the right time or something like that. What do you need to do well as Azazel on a daily? You know, every character's got their own unique sort of permutations. Wait, did I? Okay. Just a shadow on the ground there. Unique sort of conditions, I guess I should say, for trying to get the highest score possible. And for Azazel, I really think you're looking for range upgrades so that... Oh, that was so bad. Range upgrades so you do better against Isaac and Blue Baby, as well as the lowest damage penalty possible. So, obviously not necessarily outrageously thrilled to take a hit early here, but it's also somewhat inconsequential. You know, one hit, I forget how much each hit takes off of you. It might depend on what floor you're on, but there are people who do these dailies that never get hit. Or not never get hit, but they finish an entire run without getting hit, I should say. Which is pretty amazing, and honestly, more power to them. I'm not saying, oh, you get a life, you know, the classic online video game, I don't want to say trope, I guess I'm trying to think of what the word would be. Comeback, perhaps? Anyone better than me has no life, anyone worse than me is an idiot, or worse. Or at least more offensive. Screw. So we've gotten a lot of tiers upgrades here on the first floor. Only leg up we have on the competition right now is if you choose not to take pills, we might have you by a little bit because that tiers upgrade is quite nice. Then with one last bomb, you look at this and you go, where the hell is the first secret room? And you know what? It could be here. This is a fairly common room architecture for it. And with one more bomb, I think I will try to, or sorry, with one more key, I think I will open the golden chest and just hope that we get a key on the next floor. It's a little ballsy. And we got equality, which is not actually worth anything for us. Although I should keep in mind, actually, we'll do it on the next floor, but because we have shop key, we can get into the shop for free, and then as a result of that, we can probably buy a key in there if we have to. So, yeah, using that key is actually not that bad, I think. Ace of Clubs. Wait, what's our other card? The Fool, right? Really, the Fool only works for us as a, This is weird. The Fool only works for us as a, I guess we're gonna blow up the reroll machine. Only works for us as teleportation out of a room we don't really want to be a part of. So, as of right now, it's not... we're not going to skip boss rush, probably, unless the run goes so badly that we're like, we can't survive boss rush. So, clearly that's not the situation we want to find ourselves in. I'm hopeful that we can get two keys, actually. One of them to kickstart that boss trap room, and the other one, of course, to get into our item room. Although, to be fair, our item room has a decent chance to border a secret room here. We got 5 bombs. We should be able to find it. It could be here. Let's check here. It's not there. It could be here. Let's check here. It is there. Okay, so we can get into the shop for free regardless. We actually don't need to use another bomb here. Inside of our shop. Oh, it's a perfect shop. Dude, this shop's been showing up all the time. And don't let me try to act like I am displeased by it. I'm a happy man when this shop shows up. You get free luck upgrades. There's one penny kind of hiding out over there, which I'm not thrilled about, but... 2 more pennies here. Tell you what. Grab this to start. And we're going to check our... The item room is so much more valuable. And it is Dark Bum, so that's really, really good. And then, start picking this stuff up. But I think we should buy deck of cards over a Spirit Heart. My thinking is, well, I mean, first off, there's another battery charge right here, but blow these guys up. My thinking is, we don't have anything to do with our spacebar item slot, and we have a lot of battery charges right off the bat, so grab that. Obviously, there's a Hierophant card we want to pop down. Unfortunately, this means we can't, at least right now, access our boss trap room, but I think that that's probably completely fine. And I'm gonna check here for a secret room. Life's good, dude. We've been picking up on these secret rooms, and now, like, although we're probably, unless we get the box, we're gonna miss out on, that's pretty great. We're gonna miss out on being able to go to that boss trap room. I guess there's, like, latchkey as well that could do it for us, but we did pick up, like, 5 or 4 Spirit Hearts, which is pretty exceptional. Belly button gives us a trinket, as well as the ability to hold a second trinket. And then inside of our deal with the devil, we get Death's Touch. And I say fuck it, dude. Take Contract from Below. Like, we have a great ability to, we already know where everything is here. We have a great ability to get more Spirit Hearts in the future as long as we live here. So, I think that this might be what we need to put us ahead of the curve, which is excellent. So, the last thing I'm going to do with 2 luck is try to earn a key. I'm feeling good about this one. Give me more money, please. Okay. Well, this is for you. And we've been very slow here, but at the same time, this was pretty good. I mean, we used all the consumables available to us to make this happen, so I think we should feel relatively proud about where we stand on this run. So 2 of Diamonds is very important for us, not just as an opportunity for us to, you know, buy more things, but also as a great point infusion on this run. So now I expect things to start moving pretty quickly here. And honestly, like, that floor was a little bit of a puzzle box. This one stands to be probably a little bit more straightforward, which is very, very nice. So we gotta be careful. The damage penalty is still, like, the biggest thing for us here. But I really think, like, unless that boss trap room had something amazing in it. And really, like, we didn't need 1 key. In most situations, we're going to need more than 1 key in order to get that room completely opened. But I think that we did really, really well. That's not that bad. We did really, really well to get as many advantages as we did there. And being able to take both deals with the devil there is going to, I think, put us way ahead of the curve. Because the obvious, like, crown jewel there is the Death's Touch to give you that awesome damage increase, but then Contract from Below is super useful as well. Just from the, oh, that could have been close. Just from the standpoint of doubling, like, basically all consumable drops. So we'll check for a secret room. Keys have been very tight. I wouldn't mind finding a skeleton key in our secret room, although that's a little bit on the rarer side. So Virgo is, like, actually pretty good, but I think we're gonna go a little deeper here. Yeah, okay. I'll take Bloody Lust. It's probably not that likely to be great for us, but I'm willing to compromise on it to avoid having to spend any more rerolls, at least for now. Honestly, though, the big deal here will be if we can get, like, some synergies to make it pop. Like, if we can get an IV bag or something and then just start steamrolling. Out of these, I think you have to go restock first. I know we could have used 2 of Diamonds there. AWAS is not useful on this run in the same way it was on the last one. We could use 2 of Diamonds here, but I feel like that's better served. You know, we're probably going to go to the Hush Fight is what I'm going to get at here. And with us probably going to the Hush Fight, we're going to want to, I think if possible, have a bunch of money when we go down there. And 2 of Diamonds is an easy way to make that happen. Most of the time. Consumables, though. Come on, man. I want champion belts. What's this pill? Luck up. Beautiful, beautiful. I want champion belt, but I also want the Spirit Heart because, you know, there's a 1/3 chance that we get, roughly 1/3 chance that we get a deal with the devil. And if we get that deal with the devil, we want to be able to afford whatever they have. Probably, at this point, the best circumstance is a deal with the devil that gives us either Krampus's head or Lump of Coal, aka Krampus fight, but I don't know. I don't know. And we knew what our card was here, right? It's the Fool, or wait, the World, the Hanged Man, that's it, even worse. Is it worth popping 2 of diamonds to get champion belts? I would say no right now, but we do have another card coming, so let's see how things look here once we finish with the Frail. This guy up close can be kind of annoying, yeah. Still made it through, got a speed upgrade, got some more HP back, probably, and there it is. Got the Lover's card, so that's even more HP. I think we just head downwards. Sorry, champion belt, but at least we didn't have to buy the Spirit Heart there. So it took a little bit more damage there than I'd like to take, at least in general. And on that room, with 3 luck, we honestly can afford to play our fortune teller and expect to get something decent out of it. Might as well pop pheromones here and, you know, just don't forget about 2 of diamonds, to the point that I know myself, you know, to thine own self be true. I forget things on the ground here in the game. In real life, you know, I don't think I forget too many things on the ground, but how would I know if I'd forgotten them, you know? It's the demented paradox. I just made it up myself, but, you know, nomenclaturally you can see how it would exist. 2/3 chance of a deal with the devil this time, and we got 6.5 HP. I'll give it a shot. Yep, that was bad, but the danger here is if we have 2 deals with the devil and one of them doesn't give us HP. Or either of them doesn't give us HP. Tiny Room Mega Fatty is a freaking gauntlet, man. Got an HP upgrade, which we will take. And then a Krampus fight. That's fine. You know, you knew we were probably going to get this at some point, so I'm okay with it. And I think I would take Krampus's head, so which means I'll take either of the items. But it's not Krampus's head. Instead, we get a world card, which is from our spacebar item, and then the existence of Lump of Coal, I think, is an improvement. But really, like, we're sitting pretty on this run. You know, you go through phases on a daily. The first one is like, you know, what are we planning to do? And on this run, that was a really easy thing for us to sort out. What we're planning to do is effectively just... oh, you know what? We actually could play this. What we're planning to do is basically just live as long as possible and take as little damage as possible in the process. So that's just an Isaac run. It's really easy to do. The second thing is, you know, can we get to that point where we can just survive? And we're definitely there. And the third point is, how do we kind of like leverage... Okay, be careful. How do we kind of leverage our run to give us advantages that, at least on a daily, will set us apart from the crowd a little bit? Now, I don't know how much we've done of that, but I think we've done okay so far. Be the first to tell you, not really pleased with the damage I've taken here. Why are these enemies running away from me when I have the cartridge? Like, these guys are... They're a pain in the ass to hit, dude, from the low range we've got here, but we really should... You know what we should get is, well, if possible, we should try to just swing a deal with the devil that gives us brimstone. That would do it. Otherwise, like, anytime we have a bomb fly or any enemy that explodes, we have to hit it just at, like, the very tip. No lewdness, please. Just at the very tip of the, of our hitbox here. Otherwise, we'd stand to be exploded as well. So, Lusty Blood... Oh, beautiful. Lusty Blood is amazing. Our damage is going to be ridiculous. Ridiculous? Blow this guy up. Remember, we have 2 of diamonds, so there's a lot of value here. We don't want any of these right now, but we re-roll and say we still don't want any of those. It's tough. It's a tough call. Let's take the compass. There may come a time where it will benefit us to move fast. This is probably an item that, honestly, oh my lord. Probably an item I overrate on dailies, because you really want to go to every room, but I stand by it for now because I have no other option. I've already bought it. And we're still right on schedule. Throw down a judgment. Tempting, but straight up, you're just going to be exploded. We have no bombs. You're not going to be exploded, lucky you. And I think we're going to do the mob or boss trap room here and move on. But certainly on the next floor, I would very much desire... Oh, that's beautiful. I would very much desire not taking nearly as much shitty damage. I took way, way, way too much damage on this floor. Let's get that map off the screen. Don't worry so much about the map. The map is very secondary. Oh, our money is beautiful. Lusty Blood is going to do great work for us. I shouldn't have picked that up. That was for Dark Mom. And remember, only 2 bosses. That's awesome. Okay. You got something for me? Now you do. We still got 2... What? Maybe I picked up the spear. It already dropped right as he dropped it. Alright, 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 alright. We're a little bit behind schedule now. That's where the compass might come in handy. This floor went okay. Like, we got good items. But let's just consider this like a hard reset. We don't need to... I mean, there's no reason to take that much damage in the future. And if there's a good reason for it, I'd be all ears, honestly. Obviously, we'll check our boss trap room. There's really no... Or mob trap room. There's really no reason for us to look for a self-sacrifice room, but it is nice, like... If you're ever on a floor, it's more relevant on runs in which you're looking for... runs in which you're looking for, like, a self-sacrifice room, but you also want to go quickly. But having the compass and knowing on a floor where you're rushing what kind of special rooms there are and roughly the position that they're in can be useful for you as well. I feel like I'm not actually like under duress at all on this run. You might be thinking, oh, NL's tilted, NL's tilted. It's not the case. I still feel like, generally speaking, I think I underrate my daily performance in the daily. Like, afterwards, I'm the greatest Isaac player of all time. He's done it again. How does he always do it? No, but... I think in the moment, I'm like, only an idiot would take damage like that, but the truth is that in many ways we're all idiots, and we would do better for our self-esteem to accept that we're all idiots and make progress accordingly, you know, plan our lives as such. I also oftentimes overrate the speed at which we can make it to our boss rush. Like, to miss boss rush on this run would be a colossal failure, because it's going to be extremely easy for us to make that happen. So, we have 2 of diamonds now? We do. We do have 2 of diamonds. 2 of diamonds sounds like something that a billionaire's, like, 8-year-old daughter would wear to her first ballet recital before deciding that she never wanted to dance again. Okay. Got more than... Well, I mean, we only have a 1/3 chance of getting a deal with the devil, roughly, anyway, but we do have more than enough HP to accept it. So on this floor, especially with restock, I'm starting to see how we can get really, really powerful really, really quickly on this run, or at least we have the engine for power. We got a Hemi, is what I'm trying to say. No deal. We will take the HP, of course. I mean, again, if we get IV bag, that's going to be pretty useful for us with blood bag. We're going to be able to buy basically 2 items, then 2 of diamonds, and buy as many items as we want. Like, right now, we basically have 24 cents that is doing nothing for us. Because if we use 2 of diamonds, it's not going to give us a benefit. So we might as well buy something from our shop, and it really doesn't matter what it is. As long as we buy it, we're getting value out of it. Except for, you know, you get a point downgrade, of course. Now we have 31 cents we're not getting value out of, which is great because it means we can get ridiculous value out of it in actuality. So let's go check this out. We do need to go a little bit faster in the future. Anemic, why not? And then crack these. Spider mod is good enough to, I think, give it a chance. And then Diplopia, I guess you just take and say goodbye to the other item. And then the stopwatch I don't really care about. I think we'll just leave. But we can probably get something else without it actually costing us any money. So I'm just going to buy this. So what's the deal with Diplopia? Well, the deal with Diplopia is... Nah, fuck it. He's too slow. The deal with Diplopia is, if we make it to boss rush, which should be plausible thanks to the compass, and thus the plan completely coalesces, we can, Diplopia, the boss rush items, get more value out of them. That's the idea, anyway. And I think we're fairly well equipped to make this happen. So, to start with, remember, we want to go pretty fast here. I don't disagree with that. At the same time, I'm also looking at this and I'm like, if those were special chests, I'd be all over them, but they're not. And actually, at 18 minutes, I don't think we can afford to be going to rooms that we don't have to go to. So, this is my bad for taking it a little too slowly. It's endlessly baffling to me that on normal Isaac runs, if anything, I usually go too fast. And then on dailies, I'm like, well, we gotta take our sweet-ass time, or on dailies, I'm like, we have to rush, and then I end up taking my sweet-ass time, is what I mean to say. We are making great time, though, especially for choosing the right direction here, and we could have done this without the compass, but I'm glad to have the compass. We get Gimpy. Gimpy with 5 luck, as far as I'm concerned, is real good, and basically, this is your turn, Dark Bum, to hook me up. Great deal with the devil chances here. And provided that our boss room is like 3 rooms away, we should be able to make it to boss rush without really any problem at all. In here, I guess I will choose to buy nothing. And then we'll spend all our money on the hush floor with restock, where hopefully we'll be able to see what the items are. Alright, we're going to be fine for making it here. We can even go back a little bit, but it's unnecessary. Alright, this is a big moment here. Diplopia, I oftentimes save to the point of it being actually deleterious to our run. You know, we did give up a not horrible spacebar item to have Diplopia, so we'll take the negative. Yeah, this one goes down to the dark room. And then we'll double everything. We don't know what they are, but let's try to remember here. So we get the soul, that's fine. SMB Superfan, Doctor's Remote, and Kamikaze. So, of these items, which one do we want in the future? We want an extra SMB Superfan. Although the soul is also dope. So, we got 2 HP upgrades along with some other statistical benefits there. It was actually like a pretty solid Diplopia, I think. And we're going to get, remember, more damage every time we kill an enemy. That was not very smart. We're going to get more damage every time we get hit as well. We're holding Kamikaze. We'd rather have Doctor's Remote, but it's one of those things that makes, like, effectively... Oh my god. Do you see the speed at which the soul saved us there? It's one of those things that effectively makes probably, like, 0 difference at all. Alright. Stop with this damage, please. So this run is actually amazing, and if we were not worried about anything but our ability to win the run, then it's already sorted. We've already won. Not only great damage, but an almost, like, literal inability to die via Dark Bomb, Gimpy, etc., etc. That being said, damage penalty's getting a little nutty. You know, we're getting a little silly with the amount of damage we've taken. It happens as Azazel. Like, I'm not going to say that it's completely... It's like anathema or something like that to an Azazel run to take damage. Like, there's a small amount of risk-reward that comes from having such little range, but I would like to take less damage in the future. Good news is, like, certainly we're going to be in the conversation here for, like, top 500, top 1,000, something like that. So this should be, like, yet another half-decent daily. Whether or not it becomes fully decent will depend on, well, it depends on how much damage other people have taken, but it also depends on the rest of our run to some extent, you know? 2 of diamonds on the Hush fight into maybe getting some ridiculous synergies that I didn't think about or something like that. You know, that damage I will forgive myself for. Alright. This is like a very easy boss rush. Oh, it's not done yet. Anytime you can one-shot double champion Cage, I think you gotta be feeling pretty good. Mom's Wig is okay. Doctor's Remote is basically not good at all, but we'll take it with us regardless. So we do have to beat the Hush, but apart from that, we're set. We do have a 100% chance of getting a deal with the devil on this floor, and that's nice. Because, honestly, we now have 4 HP. There's no permanent Polaroid invincibility, so... I mean, we only get permanent negative nonsense. which I don't even know what it does, or I think it does like the Necronomicon effect to all enemies in the room, aka it's basically not worth anything, but I think at this point you can definitely say, you know, we don't need the shop key. And instead take Flat Penny. Mostly this is just a play for points, but there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. Wonder what this run would look like if you took away all the damage I've... Not that I think it should be taken away, but I wonder what our score would look like if you took away all the damage that has been done to us by exploding enemies. Because I feel like that's probably like 1/3 of the damage we've taken. Which is remarkable for that to come to a single type. But, you know, if you ever find yourself making a mod where you want to hard counter Azazel or something, there's one way you can probably swing that most easily. And most excellently. We are going to do every room. I think, you know, I'm a little embarrassed, honestly, about the amount of damage that I've taken on a run that has otherwise been good. So how do we make up points and maybe, you know, quell the eternal emptiness inside of us that makes us feel like unless we rank number 1 on the daily, we're insufficient or something? Well, you go to every single room. And as long as you're able to kill those rooms in a timely fashion that doesn't compromise getting to the Hush fight, Bob's your uncle, you got easy plays. We should try to go to secret rooms. You know, it's been a while since we prioritized those. They do give you points. Okay, this is fine. Looked a little dire there for a second, but... So again, 2 of diamonds. I'm trying to run the math quickly here on how many items we're actually going to be able to buy. I was going to say that looked like... I wish I brought this up in advance, but I was like, that looks like a tinted rock, but it's sort of like faded. So I wasn't sure if it was an actual tinted rock or just my eyes were playing tricks on me, but no, that was an actual tinted rock right there. So right now we have 76 cents. Assuming we don't get the chance to like buy the Steam sale right off the bat. I will peep the curse room here. Yera's not as good, actually. Although, what it does allow us to do is, like, okay, hear me out here. Wheel of Fortune on the ground. We do want both of these trinkets, although the cartridge is worth less now. Yera these is not a normal play for this, but then you get Wheel of Fortune. You blow up both of these. Pick up all this. Use 2 of diamonds. And then carry 2 of diamonds. And what this allows us to do, basically we got 24 cents out of that, and, you know, whatever else we got consumable-wise. But we're not going to use Yera because we're not going to the chests. We could double the 4 red chests, but I don't think that's that valuable. Alright, so now we get Spirit of the Night and Mom's Knife. I think we'll just take Mom's Knife. Which now really helps to alleviate the range problem we had earlier, and we could get down to permanent negative nonsense, but who cares? Like, it actually just doesn't do anything for us. So I think that we gain basically nothing out of taking Spirit of the Night there. Whereas taking, ooh, 9 lives? It is 9 lives. Taking, Mom's Knife really alleviates the range problem that we had earlier on this run. So, again, we're going to try to go to every single floor. We're actually going to try to fulfill the promise of going to Boss Rush, which I threw out as a possible option on the last floor and then promptly forgot about, apparently. And this run is extremely set right now. The big thing, if I could get a high damage spacebar item, that would be one thing. Like, people are probably like, why aren't you using Doctor's Remote? Well, what's the point? Like, I have 17 damage and it grows to like 35 under ideal circumstances. So it's not like we even get a damage boost out of Doctor's Remote. And then we have enough bombs that I just don't want to... We have enough bombs that I don't want to waste time on Doctor's Remote that is way more precious to me than, you know, 3% of our bombs that we have to use to check for each secret room. So feeling like we're pretty much just holding this item to have an item. Would we have been better off holding Kamikaze? No, because even if we got Pyromaniac, our knife is going to do more damage than Kamikaze. But still, At least it would have been a novel synergy. Doctor's Remote is just kind of a victim of the fact that the run that we have right now is so good that there's just no reason for Doctor's Remote to exist right now. Battery charge. Battery charge, battery charge. Born offshore on a loading barge. You got an item, battery charge, battery charge. Okay. You got the keys to the kingdom right now. You got the touch, you got the power. Juice me up. Give me some guppies. We can still pick that up for money. I think that's a bad trip pill, so... You have no idea how much I'm keeping you alive right now. Like, you've spit out, directly or indirectly, like 500 fucking bombs. And yet here I am, being the nice guy. So I think we get rid of the cartridge, and we take Flat Penny. Flat Penny combined with the lockpick. Now, I don't expect the lockpick to be that useful, but that could change if we... Wow, that was really lucky. That could change if we get... If we get Guppy's Tail, which is plausible. So we're going to go down to the Hush Fight. Our HP is kind of leveled out after spending a little last floor, and we're going to borderline be at max HP. We're going to be at max HP, which is nice, and the next floor is where we actually have the opportunity to make Two of Diamonds sing a little bit. We don't get Guppy's Tail. Of these two, I mean, they're both great. I think you go for Maw of the Void. And you know what? I think you go for the Pact afterwards, because it only costs you 1 extra Spirit Heart to go for the Pact. Alright. So down here in the fields, I fought for my meals. I put my back into my living. Crack into all these. Chocolate milk. Or GB Bug. Well, here's my reasoning. GB Bug basically does nothing for us, so why not take chocolate milk? And then the D20 could be very useful. It did lower our tier delay. Okay, you gotta take Humbling Bundle. Pokemon's is cheap, so I think you take it. And again, it's basically free for us to buy items down to 15 cents. I think you take the stopwatch. Pop this, and I think you have a choice here. Your choice is basically, do you want to stay at 89 cents, or do you want to buy 5 more items? And I think if the items kind of suck, then it's in our best interest to stay at 89 cents. It's a little, like, unsynergistic. It's a little unzany, you could even say. But from a point standpoint, why throw points away to buy an item that we don't need? Like, Sharp Plug plus D20 is not necessary for us. Although, to be fair, there might be some comeuppance there, because I never really invested much time in learning how to quote-unquote break the game, and breaking the game can give you mad points on a daily. So, the D20 is an engine or an enabler of that, and I might be the fool for not following it up, but either way. Mostly right now we're just worried about getting through the Hush Fight. Fighting the Void tends to be a net negative. Or going to the Void tends to be a net negative as far as points go, so we're going to stay back from that. Now the question really becomes, like, what do you do with this D20? There's no way for us to go through extra floors, so I guess we're trying to reroll into, like, as many chests as possible. I would there's the stopwatch being useful. I would expect that when we get down to the dark room, having 9 luck is going to be amazing for us. And the D20 combined with that maybe gives us a great chance to get just a butt ton of consumables dropped. So big ups to the soul. Sometimes it can actually feel more difficult to dodge these shots when they're slow than when they're fast. But the soul makes that a little bit more palatable. Pushing the enemies out of the way. Okay, just nuke them down before you can do anything else. Think we're good here. I mean, we are doing like 800 damage per hit. That's pretty solid. Alright, down to Shoal, I think. Nothing keeping us here. Well, that's not true. With 33 bombs, I think we would be remiss if we didn't at least, well, first off, there's a Tinted Rock there. Small Rock, I don't think we've gotten. This, by the way, is leaving points on the board, but I think you do it regardless. Just to try to get a crawl space black market, you know, let's compromise. We left 2 rocks. So be it, basically. Okay. Down to the next floor. We're looking probably at maybe like mid 40,000s on this run. Again, I'm not really sure from a point standpoint what our methodology should be on the D20 here. Certainly, like, there are some consumables that are near worthless to us. And golden chests we open for free, so it seems like it would be wise to take those, given the circumstance. So that seems right to me. That was the smallest enemy I've seen in my entire life. We're still getting some points for picking up pennies, although maybe not as many as we used to. Yeah, I'd say like mid-40s on this run might be like as good as it gets. Sun card at least gives us mapping, which gives us secret room access. And then we've got this devil card for the future here. 12 luck is going to be excellent as well. Again, like, there's no way that we can, at this point, there's no conceivable way we lose this run. However, we could, in theory, fuck it up something fierce from a point standpoint or a damage standpoint. But I think, in broad strokes, I think I did well on today's run. If you actually watch the run, you know, there's probably a few moments where you're like, what is this guy doing? That's a mimic, unfortunately. Probably a few moments where you go, what is this guy doing? How's he taking this much damage? I thought he had 1,000 hours in this game, or 3,000 hours in this game, maybe at this point. But, yeah, dude, I mean, I feel you on that one. On the bright side, though, I think, hopefully, again, we've made up for it with broad strokes, and, I'm thinking mid-40s on this run, and if we end up in the mid-40s, on a relatively easy Azazel run, feel like being in the mid-40s probably gives us, like, I don't think we want that, actually. Well, what do we care? We only have permanent negative, so a speed upgrade is actually kind of nice. We're probably more interested in getting as many consumables as possible. And also, I mean, the speed upgrade could be nice, but I'm really glad we took flat penny, because our pennies are not giving us many points anymore, but our keys are giving us points, like 30 each, so you never know if that's allowing us to maybe leapfrog some leaderboard positions. But anyway, the long story short of this is I'm expecting that maybe we'll be able to get, like, top 250, at least from, you know, where we stand right now when the leaderboard positions update. I don't know about the end of the day, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see, like, top 40 be possible here. Or, sorry, I was thinking about Rick D's again. I wouldn't be surprised to see top 250 be possible here. You know, another not totally shitty daily, so that feels good. Second secret room, perhaps? Second secret room, perhaps? That would find it. Wait, have we already been? No, we haven't been to the second secret room. There's another couple of locations. We've got golden bombs. So, although it is costing us a little bit in time, it's not costing us much in points, I think, to check for this. There we go, second secret room, bunch of red hearts. Sure, Dark Bomb could get those and pay out, but, you know, we're kind of very much at the point of who cares. Just wanted to get the extra exploration bonus. Alright. Place that bomb down. We're getting, like, really good rolls on Pokemans as well. Like, this is one of the best enemies. Sure, if any enemy gets crushed by the hoof of Satan, like, it's got no chance to survive regardless. But if any enemy gets hit by that beam while it's still alive, it could have, you know, done some amazing stuff. We've seen it happen on other runs before. So, we basically do want to use Guppy's Paw, if for no other reason than to get whatever benefit we can out of the fact that we have the negative, although it's likely to be extremely minor. We're one item away from becoming Guppy, which might be plausible at this point. There we go. We got a reroll here. I don't know what happened to the devil card. I dropped it in favor of the pill, I think. We got fucking Polyphemus. That's pretty ridiculous. I don't think we want a Hermit card, so I guess we'll take I'm Walking on Sunshine. Yeah, okay, so again, the D20, our goal is to reroll consumables that are not chests into consumables that are chests. I think that strikes me as probably the best way forward here. So obviously, like, our damage is ridiculous right now. Our rate of fire suffers a little bit from Polyphemus, but it's money well spent without a doubt. Basically, you will never get this, etc., etc. Keys, please, thank you. Mid-40s? Yeah, I mean, it seems plausible now. I actually think that we've played a lot better on this run as things have gone on, so I've gotten a little bit more confident, I think, and if we ignore that lost daily that was really, really not good, then I think we got another decent daily added to our repertoire here. Not that this one has even been that challenging. I mean, obviously, any run where you're playing as Azazel is probably going to be a little on the easy side to begin with, but and we got the items later that really helped it kind of come into its own, but still. Just trying to think if there's any way we can take this to the next level. Serpent's Kiss is lovely. I'm not going to take Leo because there's no rocks down here, so it's just, you know, you get an item penalty for no reason. But Serpent's Kiss I'll take because you never know if maybe picking up the Demon Hearts can give us more points. Plus, it's just a good item, whereas Leo is dubious at best. Experimental Treatment and Satanic Bible. Experimental Treatment. I don't think we're at Spun. We might be getting to Spun, but, you know, we're kind of in... If I ever do min-maxing, this is the time. We've put in, you know, 40 minutes on this daily. All we gotta do is put in 45 seconds of relatively decent play. You can use the D20 to reroll empty chests as well, so we might as well do that. We got Aura out of it, or Purity out of it, which I think is fine. Let's just kill the lamb and, you know, move on with our adult lives here. It's going to be at 42,000. We're going to look for a second secret room and a secret room. Hopefully we get a reroll by the secret room. Probably won't open the Mimic. And really, I think eventually we kind of came to our senses on this run. So we got, I mean, I would say we got pretty lucky here early, and we're going to be able to get a secret room without really having to work for it too hard. And then, you know, I don't know if we really care about the remainder of what's going on in there. Again, just because of point purposes. And then for our regular secret room, we're going to peep here. We're going to peep here. We're going to do a little peep in here. We found it. And that's undefined. At this point, what kind of a person would I be if I didn't take undefined? We got the Beelzebub transformation. We're exceptionally slow. And we're back to being Azazel. But either way, well, you don't get a point bonus for doing that? You don't get, like, you know, big balls plus 69 points? We made it through 46,000. We're 110 right now. I think I'm pretty pleased with that. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.